Today's story is about two classmates who never liked each other at all, but circumstances locked them in a place where survival was extremely difficult. They ended up stranded together on an island for months. We will see how they survive on that island, what kind of situations they face, and what happens between them in today's complete story. Today's story begins with a beautiful girl named Emma, who wakes up early in the morning and gets ready for school. Emma is a very good and popular student in her school with lots of friends. On the other hand, we meet Dean, a very lazy boy compared to Emma. He wakes up late, brushes quickly, and then directly starts playing video games. His father, Jack, tells him that he'll be late for school. Meanwhile, Emma and her little sister Stacy are dropped off at school by their mother, Barbara. At school, Emma meets her best friend, Liz. While they are talking, a student named Stephen comes and greets Emma. Seeing this, Liz teases Emma. That same day in class, their teacher, Mr. Christensen, announces that the bus will leave for a trip to Trinity Island the next morning at 7 a.m. Just then, Emma enters the class late, and Dean, arriving behind her, bumps into her and mockingly calls her, "Sorry, princess." Later, Liz tells Emma that Dean is also going on the trip because of his father's money, and she makes a face at him. At lunchtime, Liz tells her friends about Stephen and Emma's interaction and jokes that during the trip, they'll have a week to work some magic and get Emma together with Stephen. But Emma says they should focus on the trip itself instead of such things. While chatting, Emma notices Dean slicing an apple with a knife. Soon, teacher Miss Collier scolds Dean for bringing a knife to school and takes him to the principal's office. Liz tells her friends that Emma shouldn't be around guys like Dean when a hot guy like Stephen likes her. The next morning, Emma gets ready for the trip and thanks her parents, Barbara and Phil, for letting her go. Dean, however, doesn't want to go, but his father Jack reminds him how hard he worked to get him on the trip, even after breaking school rules. Finally, Dean agrees. Mr. Christensen instructs everyone to board the bus. On the way, Stephen asks Emma how she's doing, and Liz teases her again. They eventually reach Trinity Island. Miss Collier tells them they can enjoy the pool until dinner, after which the official program will begin the next day. Emma, Liz, and their friends enjoy swimming, while Dean sits alone watching from a balcony. That evening, Liz tells Emma about a party Stephen invited them to on a local boat. Emma refuses at first, but her friends convince her. At the party, Emma looks for her friend Helen, but instead sees Stephen kissing another girl. Hurt, she leaves. Dean, watching from the side, teases her, "Your boyfriend is having fun." Emma replies that it's none of his business. Suddenly, the police arrive after learning that students are using drugs at the party. Everyone is told to come to the front of the boat. In the chaos, Emma slips and falls into the water. Dean sees her, jumps in and rescues her onto a small boat. He cuts the rope, tying it to the big boat, saying he doesn't want trouble with the police. But soon the big boat drifts away, and a storm begins. Their small boat is tossed in the Arabian Sea. By morning, they drift to an unknown island. With no phone network, they realize they're stranded. Dean finds a flare gun on the boat. They set off inland, hoping for help. Back at the hotel, Mr. Christensen cancels the trip due to the previous night's chaos. Liz tells Miss Collier that Emma didn't return to the hotel, last seen on the party boat. Attendance confirms Dean is also missing. Police begin inquiries, but warn the chances of finding them at sea are slim. Meanwhile, Emma and Dean explore the island. They find a waterfall, but Emma worries about her future and Princeton University plans, fearing this will ruin everything. Returning to the shore, they discover their boat has been swept away by waves, leaving only a life jacket. Exhausted, they build a fire and spend the night together. Dean offers Emma his shirt when she feels cold. The next day, Emma writes SOS on the sand while Dean swims. She grows suspicious that someone else might be on the island after sensing eyes on her. Together, they build a small hut, gather food, and survive on bananas. As time passes, they begin growing closer. Dean comforts her fears, and they share their first kiss. Eventually, their bond deepens into intimacy. Back home, news spreads that Emma and Dean have been missing for weeks. Police presume they are dead, but Emma's mother, Barbara, refuses to give up hope. Jack, Dean's father, and Barbara even hire a helicopter search, though with no success. Taking shelter, gathering food, and even hunting, Dean kills a black panther to protect them. They spend months together, enjoying nature, rain dances, waterfalls, and storms. Their relationship becomes deep and romantic. One day, a plane passes, but they miss the chance to signal it because the flare gun is missing. Later, they realize a monkey on the island has stolen some of their belongings, including the flare gun. Finally, after many weeks, when another helicopter passes overhead, they manage to recover the flare gun and fire it. The rescue team spots them, and after 3 months, they are finally saved. At the airport, their parents and friends joyfully welcome them back. Life resumes, but things aren't the same. Emma becomes famous, while Dean feels isolated again. Though they shared a strong bond on the island, Emma starts ignoring him in public. Dean remains lonely, missing their connection. During prom season, Emma goes with her sister Stacy, while Dean, urged by his father, dresses in a suit. At the party, Liz surprises Emma by showing her Dean waiting outside in the rain. Seeing him, Emma remembers everything they went through on the island. She rushes to him, and the two kiss happily. And with this emotional reunion, the story comes to an end.